Welcome to the Order of Operations, Lecture 1. The order of operations guides the order in which all mathematical symbols are manipulated, whether they be numbers or variables. Now, we learn the order of operations as parentheses, exponents, multiplication or division, addition and subtraction. It is important to keep a few things in mind when we look at this. The first thing you should keep in mind is that we simply say the word parentheses, but it's not really parentheses. It is any grouping symbol. Anything that puts numbers or letters into a group, that goes first. That part on the inside goes first. It is also important to remember that addition and subtraction are both done from left to right. So if you have a choice of doing multiplication and division, well, then you're going to do it from left to right. We remember this order of operations using the first letter in each word, and we come up with an acronym called PEMDAS. Now, it doesn't matter how you remember this, but it is important that you do remember it. Let's take a look at an example. It says simplify (3 squared plus absolute value 15 divided by -3 times 2. Now, there are a couple of things in this problem that you really should understand. It seems like a very simple problem, but in mathematics, for those of you who find mathematics hard, if you remember a few simple things, it will make your mathematical life a whole lot easier. One of the things that I would like to point out is this word simplify. The word simplify means to make simpler. I mean, it seems obvious. It is not to find anything or do anything beyond just make things simpler. So that is something that you really should remember. There are very few triggering words like this in mathematics. Simplify is one of them, solve is another one. So if you remember that these words have very specific meaning, it will help you proceed through the problem. All right, let me put simplify back in there. Simplify. Okay. So when I look at this problem, the first thing I see is the fact that there is right there a group. If I refer back to my order of operations, it is parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add or subtract. So we know parentheses really means group, and so my eye immediately goes to that group right there. So that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to work that group out first. Ooh, all kinds of things. Okay, I'm going to work that group out first. So what I'll do is I might even take it off to the side and work the group and bring the answer back in. So just the group. So 15 divided by -3 times 2. So working the group. Now when I look at that group, I see multiplications and divisions. And so I know that if I have a choice, which I do in this case, I have to work this problem from left to right. So I'm going to work this problem from left to right. I'm going to first divide and get -5 times 2, and then I'm going to multiply and get -10. So now I can take, now that I've done that group part, I can take my group answer. It's simpler than what was in there, and put it into my problem. And now work the problem out. Now I'm still not done with that group. Yes, I have finished with the inside of the group, but I haven't taken care of the two absolute value symbols that are outside that group, sitting around that group. So I'm going to take care of that now. So as you know, absolute value will make the argument positive. So there it is. And next, I'm going to look at my problem. It's a brand new problem. It's on a new line, and ask myself, what do I do next? So this time I see no groups, but I do see an exponent. So I'm going to now do the exponent part. And then finally, to finish the problem, I'm going to simply add the 9 and the 10 and get myself my answer, 19. And there it is, simplified based on the order of operations, one little step at a time. Now if you commit to doing these problems, simplify problems, in this systematic, careful way, they will always work out correctly. It is that simple. Now go on to the next example.